you love the feeling of squishing something in your hands but without getting messy? Well, then you're going to love the stress ball that we're making today. Here's what you're gonna need. Some fishnet stockings, a bowl, a spoon, a balloon, some food colouring, a funnel, liquid starch, and some PVA glue. Alrighty, so the first thing we're gonna do is grab our bowl and our PVA glue. So we just want about 1/4 cup of PVA glue. I reckon that's good. Now it's time to choose what colour we want. I think I'm gonna go with the blue one. So now whatever colour you want your goo to be, it's the time to add it now. So I'm gonna put a few drops in and give it a good stir so all the colouring and the glue are really well mixed together. Once it's all blended, it's time to add our liquid starch. We want about double the amount of glue that we put in. You can immediately see that it's clumping together and going super slimy. We just want to add our liquid starch in really gradually. Keep stirring. I can tell our slime is actually coming together really quickly now. I'm even going to add a little bit more just to make it extra slimy. All right, so once you're happy with the consistency of the slime, we're just going to funnel it into our balloon now. So I've gotten an old plastic water bottle and cut the top off it to make our funnel. I'm going to grab my balloon as well and stretch this part over the top here. There we go. Now, I'm gonna pick up our slime. It's gonna get super messy and we're going to funnel it in. We just want to wait for all that slime to travel down and fill the balloon right up. We might have to wait a little bit because the slime is super sticky. It might get stuck at the tip of the funnel here. But that's okay, the bubbles are just as fun to watch pop. Now that I've stuffed as much slime in as I want, it's time to pull the balloon off the end of the funnel and tie it up. What I'm gonna do is pinch it right here and drag some of that extra slime down so it's inside here. And I'm gonna keep pinching it and pull the balloon right off the end. You might need to maneuver it off by getting your other hand and peeling it back. It can be very sticky with the slime. There we go. Now we're just going to tie a knot at the end of the balloon here. Now my balloon's a little bit sticky, so I'm just going to go run it under the tap and come back with a nice clean balloon. All right, now our balloon is all nice and clean. It's time to get our fishnet stockings. And we're just going to place the balloon here to make sure we've got room to later tie it up. So I'm going to grab my scissors. Make sure you've got an adult with you because they can be super sharp. Hold the fishnet stockings really tight and it makes it a lot easier to cut. There we go. So what we're going to do now is just place our balloon inside the foot end of our fishnet stockings. Stretch it right up. The tighter, the better here. So really stretch it. And then, just like we did with the balloon, tie off a knot. We've even got a cute little one here. And then once you're happy with the knot, trim off the excess again. And there we have it, our squishy, squashy stress ball for you to squeeze whenever you like.
I paint every day, painting my father's country, one by one. Bicycle art club, up on the knee, and I'm traveling with a horse to Annabella.
Well, Pepai's #1 artist in Annabella with ceramics and painting. And he's
Up the top.
Up the top, right up the top. Busiest man in Annabella.
When I'm painting, I travel to my father's country, and I see this place. I put it in my head and I start painting. I paint slow, take your time thinking, I'm going to do it this way.
Lots of the young fellas, the young men, young boys, they come in and they're watching him. And sometimes he goes to the school, shows how to make ceramics, shows how to make spears. So lots of people are watching and learning from Pepai.
When I finish one and put in all, I just get back and okay, that's just really good. They put the story in there. The man turned into water snake. That's water snake cutting all this country, looking for the troublemaker. Ngayon ni Pepai Carroll, ngayon anabla niya mura. Ngayon niya haras and anabla at murang ka.
Hi, I'm Gigi and I'm a professional pastry chef. Take you one day. Come on guys, get out there and get arty. I think food is definitely art. I love the way you present food and I think you can present in a really arty way. You can play with colors, shapes. It's pretty much you painting. Oh, look at that. Looking beautiful. I just love it. I love the colors, I love the textures, I love the way we present the food. That's really important for me. Hi, I'm Gigi Falanga. I'm a pastry chef and I'm well known for my signature lollipops. Listen up, I'm about to spill all my secrets. Okay, what we need is 200 grams of coconut, 1 cup of condensed milk, half cup of icing sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. For the decoration, we need 2 tablespoons of dark chocolate, white chocolate with your choice of coloring. We have different sprinkles. Just have some really nice red lollies. We had a jar with some chocolate here, but you can use sea salt just to hold your skewers. And then we also need a tray with some plastic or baking paper and just a really nice plastic lollipop skewer. And a big bowl and a spatula. Let's get into it. To make the filling, we need to mix these 4 ingredients together. So let's start with the coconut, condensed milk, icing sugar, and vanilla paste. Just keep mixing your 4 ingredients till they all combine, nice and thick. You should be able to roll this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, our mix is done, so let's start making our lollipop shape. Just pick a little bit of your mix and roll as a ball. And just do again. Try to keep the shapes the same size, but if you don't, it's not a big deal either. All right, guys, don't forget to try, just to make sure you did the right thing. Keep rolling. Our last lollipop filling is done. Now I'm just gonna melt my dark chocolate, place in the microwave for like a minute, and that's gonna help us to stick our skewer into the lollipop. Here we go, our chocolate's melt. So just dip the end bit into the chocolate and just place it in the lollipop. Make sure when you place the skewer in, you don't lose your shape. So if you need it, just go back and roll it again. we're gonna place this in the fridge for an hour, or if you're in a hurry, you can just use the freezer for 10 minutes. All right, guys, while we're waiting for our lollipops to cool down, let's just melt our chocolate. That's gonna be the outside of our lollipop. 1 minute in the microwave, stir, stir, stir. Make sure it's not too hot. If you need another 10 seconds, just keep going till your chocolates melt. Right, perfect, so look at that. Okay, get our decoration close by and let's start dipping in. Great, our lollipops is ready. You just can feel it, it's a little bit harder, that's what we're looking for. Now, you just twist your lollipop to cover everything. And then just tap, 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 just to remove the excess of chocolate. And just put your sprinkles on the bottom half. Looks beautiful and colorful. Then we just place it here. We're gonna use the dark chocolate for the topping of our lollipop, so just make sure it's still nice melted. Otherwise, just pop in the microwave for 10 seconds. Looks pretty good to me. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna place a little bit of this dark chocolate on top. Just before you do that, just touch your lollipop and make sure your chocolate's set. If it's not, just pop in the fridge for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just to set. So what you're gonna do, just gonna place a little bit on top. Don't worry, just let it go. And that's it. And to finish, just place some chocolate buttons on top. Nice and pretty. Just like a cherry on top. And here we go. That's my signature lollipops. They cute, aren't they? Come on, guys, get out there and get arty.
Have you ever noticed when you try to take a video while walking how shaky the vision can be? Well, today I'm going to make shaky vision a thing of the past by making this a camera stabiliser. What you're going to need to make this guy is a craft knife, a measuring tape, some permanent markers, PVC cutter, some really fast drying glue, 10 PVC elbow joints, about a 45-degree angle, 3 T-joints, a PVC plug adapter, a PVC plug, these screw in together, around 2 to 3 metres of PVC pipe, and of course, last but not least, this big bit of foam, which is actually going to go over your PVC pipe. Start by measuring out your PVC pipe. So what you're going to need is 6 6-inch pieces, 2 3-inch pieces, 4 2.5-inch pieces, and 2 1.5-inch pieces. Measure it out, 6 inches, 6 6-inch pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches, yes. There you go, you've got 6 6-inch pieces, 2 3-inch pieces, 4 2.5-inch pieces, and 2 1.5-inch pieces. Now we're all measured up, it's time to get cutting. Now your PVC cutters are very sharp, so make sure you get an adult to cut out your PVC pipe for you. And there's our last piece, our 1.5-inch piece. Now clear your workspace because we're going to start making our fig rig. Nice big spot like this. Now I find it's always a lot better if you actually lay it out in front of you and then piece it all together. So we're going to start with this top half. So what we're going to grab is all of our 6-inch pieces, bar 1, so we'll leave one behind. And we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our elbow joints. Okay, now start with the top. We'll get 2 of your elbow joints, put them on either side like that. It's always good to have the 6-inch pieces pointing up at you there like that. Get your next parts on there, another 2 elbow joints, bang, bang. Another 2 6-inch pieces, bang, bang. And of course, your last 2 elbow joints. And there's basically the top half of your fig rig all done. Now what you want to do is just connect them into your elbow joints, like so. This side. Down the sides. Woo. And look at that. First half, basically done. Now moving on to the lower half. What you're going to need is your 4 2.5-inch pieces of PVC. You're going to need your last 6-inch piece, 2 T-joints, and of course 2 elbow joints at a 45-degree angle. Now, what you want to do is this part here first. It's 2.5 T-joint, 2.5 elbow joint, followed by your 6-inch. So we want to get a 2.5. Like I said before, just lay that out. T-joint, 2.5 elbow joint, 6-inch. And do exactly the same thing on the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Now, start with one side and work your way around to the other side. So here we go. 2.5 elbow. And there is the completed fig rig. Now all we have to do is this center part right here, basically where your camera is actually going to mount. The brace bar across the middle. Get your 2 3-inch pieces there. 2 1.5-inch pieces, 2 elbow joints, and of course a T-joint. Now, the first part you're going to do is put your 3 inches into each end of your T-joints that are around the outside of your fig rig, making sure they're nice and flat. Then we're going to put 2 elbow joints on an angle like that, facing towards each other in the middle, just on top of those 3 inches. Then you want to do your T-joint in the middle. I always find it's easier to put your little 1.5 inches into that first. And then plug that in, and push them together. And that is literally where your camera is going to sit, right across the middle there. Now for where we're actually going to mount our camera. Grab your plug and your adapter and screw it on. Now you want to get it down to it's nice and tight, but not too tight because you don't want it to get stuck. Now you place that on top of your T-joint. It should just slide in like that. And what you want to do is get your marker and just mark where you want it to sit, basically. And I usually mark on the side as well. And then once on the back. I also like to put an F on the front side of the plug, just so you know when it screws in, that's your spot where you want it to sit. Now, what you want to do is get your very, 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 very strong glue and glue all the inside bit, making sure you don't actually touch where it actually screws on, otherwise you won't be able to unscrew it. It should be pretty good. Line up your sides with the lines I've already marked. And now you just have to hold that for about 5 minutes. It's probably best to get an adult to glue it for you because the glue does dry really fast and it's quite strong, so you don't really want to get any on your fingers. That is nice and dry. Now to finish it off, grab your selfie stick mount. Now what you want to do is glue this base bit right here. So grab your glue, and when like that, you want to have it facing this way and just literally stick it to the area, and guess what? Hold it for another 5 minutes. Time for the final step, the hand grips, these parts right here. Grab your phone, line it up with your PVC and just cut it out. But get an adult to do this part for you because that craft cutter is pretty sharp. And another one for the other side. Slide her on. Put that on and add in your phone. And now we are done. Now guys, I know filmmaking can be really hard, but you know what they say, practice makes perfect. So get out there, get arty and get filming. Like I am right now. 3, 2, 1. Hey. Ready for the spin?
Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jackie and you're watching Get Arty, and I have something pretty amazing to show you. Come, follow me.